So today I have a beginner / intermediate paradiddle cramp roll exercise. This one's a really fun one, but it's also kind of a brain teaser. So you really got to keep yourself focused and counting and know where you are and how many of what you've done and that kind of stuff. So it's one of my favorite exercises to do in class because I love brain teasers that also work your rhythm muscle, you know? So this is like a very 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4. You gotta keep it nice and straight rhythm, but also where you do what changes throughout it, and you'll understand what I mean. So anyway, beginner / intermediate, right T'Challa. Oh my goodness, guys, you actually get to see T'Challa. Hi. I'm not even gonna cut this part out. Hi. You see the camera? You want to say hi? He's literally the sweetest. Oh my god. Hi. Thank you for kissing. Okay, Mom's got to get back to work. All right, so let's get started. Right, can I get started, please? He's going to move like the second I start tapping, he's going to run. All right, so it is a sequence of paradiddles and cramp rolls. So it starts with 3 paradiddles and a cramp roll. I really don't want to do this right now because you're going to get scared and stop hanging out with me. But so it's 1, 2, 3. Told you. 1, 2, 3, and then you have a cramp roll starting with the left foot. So then your left foot will be free after that. So it starts with 1, 2, 3. Now, for beginners, you can take this way, way, way slow to make sure that you're getting all of your sounds in. That's why it's beginner / intermediate, because it's not complicated as far as like the steps you're doing, but the pattern can get complicated. And honestly, any level can do this, depending on what speed you take it at. So to do it for beginners, I would go 1, 2, 3, So beginners, one more time. We have 5, 6, 7, 8. Paradiddle, dig, spank, step, heel, dig, spank, step, heel, step, step, heel, heel. Now your left foot's gonna be free. Intermediates, let's take it up double time, just to make sure that we got that side, and then we will do the left side. 5E and the 6E and the 7 and the 8. Paradiddle, 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 step, step. Now your left foot's free. Cool, just wanted to make sure we got that. You do it again. Paradiddle, paradiddle, paradiddle. This time a right cramp roll. 1, 2, 3, step. Or for beginners, it'll go 1, 2, 3, step, step, heel. So let's do it one more time for, actually let's do it right to left for beginners, and then I'll take it up in tempo for intermediates, okay? 5, 6, 7, right foot. 1, 2, 3, step, step, heel, left side. 1, 2, 3, step, step, heel, and then your right foot will be free. All right, let's take it up a notch for intermediates. So we're going to do double time that tempo. 5E and a 6E and a 7, 8. Paradiddle, 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 paradiddle. All right, just to make sure we got that, intermediates, one more time. 5E and a 6E and a 7, 8. Okay, your right foot's going to end up being free after that. So that's part 1. There are 4 parts. So you did 3 paradiddles, and the last thing that you did was a cramp roll. So how this pattern works is that you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Every measure has 1, 2, 3, 4. And for every single number, there is a step. This one goes paradiddle, 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 cramp roll. Paradiddle, 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 cramp roll. The next one is going to go paradiddle, paradiddle, cramp roll, paradiddle. So you're going to have 1 is a paradiddle, 2 is a paradiddle. Now instead of the cramp roll being at the end, it has moved to 3. And then you do a paradiddle at the end. So, probably confusing, but we'll be fine. So you just did 1, 2, 3. Number 4 is the cramp roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you move your cramp roll to 3 and all the other numbers become paradiddles. 1, 2, cramp roll, paradiddle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that, I hope that makes sense. For beginners, and just to make sure I go over it properly, let's take it down a tempo, take it down in tempo, take it down a notch. Anyway, so it's going to go 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, step, step, heel, heel, paradiddle. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's really, really important that we are counting 4 this whole time. Let's do that one more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's take it up a notch for intermediates. 5E and a 6E and a 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. 5E and a 6E and a 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'll explain at the end of the video why I'm counting in 4. Hopefully I remember to do that. If I don't, bug me about it in the comments and I'll explain. All right, let's try adding it, beginner's tempo, so the slower tempo, to the first part. So in the first part, the cramp rolls on count 4, and then it moves to count 3 for the second part. Beginner tempo. 5, 6, 5, and 6, and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you do cramp roll and count 4, count 4, count 3, count 3. So one more time. 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're moving to 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Faster for intermediates. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Ready? 5E and a 6E and a 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, hopefully that's not too confusing. One more time. 5E and a 6E and a 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Think about what the pattern's doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the cramp roll moves to 2. Paradiddle, cramp roll, paradiddle, 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 cramp roll, paradiddle, paradiddle. You can guess what the last one's going to do. Cramp roll, paradiddle, 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 cramp roll, paradiddle, paradiddle, paradiddle. So the cramp roll is moving from 4 to 3 to 2 to 1. So cool. Okay. For the third part, where the cramp roll moves to count 2, you have paradiddle, cramp, roll, 3, 4. 1, cramp, roll, 3, 4. Again, make sure that you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4 so that you know where you are. This is the third section where the cramp roll moves to count 2. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left side, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, for intermediates, let's do it double time. 5E and the 6E and the 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time for intermediates. 5E and the 6E and the 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's add it to the beginning. So it goes 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2. We got this. For beginners first. 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you move to 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so let's take it up a notch tempo-wise for intermediates, okay? And then we're almost done. All we have to do is add the ones, and then we can try it with music. All right, so that whole thing, just the first 3 sections, intermediate tempo. 5E and a 6E and a 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 3. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like crazy hard to like keep track of. That's why it's so important that you count 1, 2, 3, 4. Even if it's just in your head, it's really important that you count 1, 2, 3, 4 because you'll never lose your place if you count. Okay? Last one, pretty easy. It's just 1, or wait, last one is easy because you start with a cramp roll. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's do that one more time, especially since I messed up at the beginning. 5, 6, 7, 8. Cramp roll. 2, 3, 4. Cramp roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's how it would end. So intermediates, let's try just that part. Cramp roll, paradiddle, 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 cramp roll, paradiddle, paradiddle, paradiddle. All right? 5E and the 6E and the 7, 8. All right, one more time, just make sure we got it, and then we will go from the top without music, and then we'll do it with music. Intermediate tempo, one more time, just the last part. 5E and the 6E and the 7, 8. Okay, beginner tempo, walking through the whole thing. So it goes 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. All right? 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just heard da, 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 da the whole time. And that's also the really good thing about this exercise, which again I will explain in detail at the end, but this is a great exercise for making sure that your cramp rolls are even. Because if they sound like paradiddles, that means you got the same da, 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 da that you needed in your cramp rolls. Because a lot of times we tend to rush, we tend to like just be a little muddy with it. This is a great exercise to make sure that your cramp rolls are in time. Intermediate tempo from the top. 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Ready? 5E and the 6E and the 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Now 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Now 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's so much easier when I'm counting out loud. Actually, this is the first time actually talking and tapping helps. So we're going to try it with music. Beginner level first. Use the music to stay even, okay? But keep counting. First time we do it, I'll count. Second time we do it, I'm not going to count. It's got a good tempo. Your beginner tempo looks like this. Your intermediate tempo looks like this. Okay, so we're going to do beginner first. I'm going to call it out. 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, not bad. So that was your beginner tempo. Let's do intermediate now, and then we will do each one more time. All right? It's a good tempo. You gotta start in the same place though. Ready? Get that tempo in your head. Remember, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Now 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so this next time I'm going to do beginner, but we're going to challenge ourselves to think 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm not going to call it out for you. Try to keep track of it, okay? You can say it to yourself. I just don't want to like say it for you, you know, because when you practice, I'm not always going to be there, unless you just always have this on, which is fine, I guess. But anyway, so let's try it without me counting. We got this. Beginner tempo. Da, 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 da. There's your tempo. All right. 6, 7, 8. Maybe the first time you try it without me counting, it's a disaster, and that's okay. These exercises are supposed to take you from absolute disaster to, wow, that was pretty good, and anywhere in between. That's what they're for. All right? All right, intermediate, let's do this. I'm like over here going, can I do this? We got this. It's always we. It's always we, because I'm struggling the same as you guys, okay? Really feel that tempo. Go through the sequence in your head. 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Okay? Five, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. That right, y'all. Hopefully, if you guys got that, did that well, you feel the same relief. And if you don't yet because you messed up, that's okay. When you finally get it, this feeling is something. All right, so I'm really, really happy to be able to bring the beginner intermediates a paradiddle cramp roll technique combination. I know I've been putting them out for intermediate advanced, and it's hard to think of ones that work for beginner intermediates because most of the ones I create are just like extra complicated, but I keep having to try to remember, what do I do in class? How do I challenge my kids in class? And then bring that to these videos, because that's what I'm doing, bringing you class for free on YouTube. It's great. Why was I counting in 4? This is very important, because more than a dancer, I'm actually a musician, and so when you train rudiment rhythms and rudiment patterns as a musician, as a drummer, or I'm a drummer, I play the violin, there's a lot of instruments happening in this house, it's a very loud house. When you're training those rudiments, you count in measures of 4, unless the song is in 3, then you count it, you know. But if it's a common time, you count in 4. So the reason why we're doing this is because I really wanted it to parallel music, because that's what we were working on, being even in our sounds with our instrument. What we just did was a musical exercise. It was not a dance exercise. This was a musical exercise, and it is so important that we as tap dancers recognize that not only are we dancers, we are also musicians. We do 2 things at once, and that makes us awesome. And I will say that till the day I die. We do 2 things at once all the time, and that makes us awesome. So the exercise is in 4 counts because I want you to think about it like music, not necessarily like, oh, this step goes here because it's dance. It's, oh, I do this movement on this count because it's music. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is the measure, all right? So that's the explanation on that. Anyway, I had a lot of fun doing this one. I had to wait all day to film this video because it's Saturday, so my neighbors are like, yay, yard work! I'm like, dude, you do that every day. But I'm also glad you guys got to see T'Challa in the beginning of this video. So he never makes an appearance, and that is what makes this particular video special. I have to mention that when I post it. So thank you guys so much for joining me today for some tap exercises, and as always, thank you for dancing with me.